breaking news coming in. Shocking statement by Mamata Banerjee on the floor of the assembly. She, in fact, commented on Chandrayaan-2 and the big moon mission that we're eagerly waiting for. She says as if Chandrayaan launch is the first in the country, as if before they came to power, no such missions were taken up. It is an attempt to divert the attention from the economic disaster. That's the shocking statement which is coming from Mamata Banerjee on the floor of the assembly at a time when the entire nation is coming together and celebrating this historic feat which is going to be taking place today post midnight. This is the shocking statement which Mamata Banerjee has come out with. Aishwarya, political editor, joining us on the broadcast to talk to us about the statement in detail. Aishwarya, it's absolutely shocking because this is certainly not the day to have made that kind of a statement.
Well, absolutely. At this point of time, it shows the kind of frustration which is going in within the opposition, and to be very specific, the West Bengal Chief Minister, Trinamool Congress leader Mamata Banerjee, that she's even commenting on such an issue. Yes, whatever is happening with the Indian economy, it is a point of concern. But to connect it with Chandrayaan and then to say that this is a desperate hype by the government, this is something which should have been refrained from. But this is what Mamata Banerjee is all about. We've seen earlier as well that she makes such controversial statements which make news round. But at the end of the day, the kind of impact which she's making, even with her followers, even with her supporters, is not good. And the kind of decimation of support which she has seen in West Bengal is because of this kind of negative politics. So she also needs to understand that sometimes when something is being done which is positive in nature of the government for India, for the people of this country, she should be standing with the government, irrespective of the division within the political spectre. So this is something which Mamata Banerjee, if not today, if not now, would have to understand, would have to learn from. But today, she's once again reiterating the same rhetoric, that is, that whatever is being done regarding Chandrayaan is only to deviate from the whatever is happening with the Indian economy, which will not going to be taken positively by the people of this country, because whatever is happening today, Chandrayaan is an asset. Chandrayaan is a very, very positive decision which is being taken by the government, and it is a decision which was taken in by the previous government, but then the implementation of it and then the positive response which the people of this country are giving is something which even the political opponents of the BJP needs to understand. This is not a political moment. This is not an event which is of one particular party. It is an event of India. It is an event in which every Indian, irrespective of whichever part of the country he or she is living in, should be rejoicing, because at the end of the day, it shows that where India is reaching in different spheres. So this is something which Mamata Banerjee should also understand.
Well, it's not the first time that she's attacked India's space mission. It's not the first time, Aishwarya, because she's made similar statements in the past. I mean, look at what she's doing on a day when India is going to soft land on the moon. Her statement, and I'm going to quote her because this was a statement that she made inside the assembly in Bengal. She said, as if the Chandrayaan launch is the first in the country. Well, she has no idea that Chandrayaan will be landing on the moon for the first time. India will be landing on the moon for the first time. Perhaps she's not aware of the facts. Mamata Banerjee asks, as if this is not the first time, as if the Chandrayaan launch is the first in the country, as if before they came to power, no such missions were taken up. Sorry, Mamata Banerjee, no such mission was taken up. And if she heard what former ISRO chiefs were saying, she has no idea that in the past, Chandrayaan-2 was stalled for Mangalyaan. She perhaps is not aware of what former ISRO scientists, top scientists have been saying about the political interference in such projects. Aishwarya.
Right, Niranjan, and that is exactly what Mamata Banerjee would have to understand. If she will continue to do this kind of negative politics, then at the end of the day, the kind of erosion of supporters which have happened for her will happen at a faster rate. You see, Mamata Banerjee is showing her desperation by attacking Chandrayaan. She is attacking whom? She is attacking the idea of India. How can you attack Chandrayaan? It is a positive decision. It is an event which is not of any particular party. It is a success story. And as you said, this is for the first time that that an Indian Chandrayaan is going to land on moon. And she's not aware about it. She's trying to mock it. She's trying to say that it's a desperate attempt on the part of the Modi government to deviate from the economic fiasco, when the fact of the matter remains that it is a massive, massive event. And every Indian wants to see what's happening. Every Indian is intrigued. Every Indian is happy that it's only Mamata Banerjee who's too overshadowed by whatever Modi and Amit Shah does, is trying to correct it politically. It has nothing to do
Well,
with
let me just also get in Amit Malviya of the BJP joining us on the phone line, because this is a statement that we fail to understand. I mean, either Mamata doesn't know the importance of Chandrayaan-2 or she has no idea. I mean, she'll go to any length to sort of attack even scientists in this case, Amit Malviya. She says, I'm going to read out her statement verbatim. She says, as if the Chandrayaan launch is the first in the country, as if before they came to power, no such missions were taken up. It is an attempt to divert from economic issues. Amit Malviya, your response?
Well, first of all, Chandrayaan landing on the surface of the moon is a great event for us as a country, for the scientific temperament of our country, and for the millions of young children who are going to watch this phenomena unfold in front of them. It is definitely an achievement of our scientists. Now, if Mamata Banerjee and the rest of the opposition feels otherwise, they are free to shut their eyes. But that won't change reality. And I am just so amused at the kind of statements that are coming from the West Bengal Chief Minister. If she thinks none of this is really important, then I wonder what is her plan and her vision for the people of West Bengal. Does she mean that she would take back the state of West Bengal by decades, given her regressive thinking? This is something that people of this country and particularly the people of Bengal have to think, that they are today being governed by a chief minister who would rather take them to dark ages than to leap in the scientific era that we are now looking at.
Well, it's sad that on a day like this, she's chosen to make such a statement, Amit. That's all we can say, because, you expect people like Mamata Banerjee, and there are many scientists also from Bengal. Maybe Mamata Banerjee is not aware of who these scientists are. Many of them who worked on, not just Chandrayaan-1, also Chandrayaan-2, and also Mangalyaan mission. They've all worked on these missions, and she doesn't perhaps understand or realize how big a deal this is for India. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. We'll see where this goes and whether she clarifies, she apologizes, because she's insulted ISRO today. She's attacked ISRO by saying it's no big deal. Thank you, Amit, for speaking to Republic TV. We'll take a short break and come back with the live coverage and the big build-up to the moon landing tonight.